Welcome to Killa Kits. Killa Kits is a huge drum library made for native instruments, contact and battery. Contains over 6,000 samples that are spread across into individual drum kits, which are of course presets, so they span across 61 notes. And there are folders that are specific to a drum type of sound, so we'd have percussion, claps, and so on. When I originally made this, I'd made it with lots of genres in mind, so I'd named drums like burning drums, cool mixed, supersets, and so on. You can see this. There are 98 presets covering just about every type of sound you can imagine, and I'm just going to randomly play through some of these because it would take me forever to try and audition all of them. So let's start with a couple of the assorted percussions. So you've got every type: blips, zaps, very strange, weird effects, and of course all the bread and butter percussive sounds that you could ever hope for. Let's try another one. And so on. Now I'll try some of the claps and save all the juicy bits for a little later. These are the kits that were created originally for genre-specific sample packs, but I decided to include them all in this. So these are in kit format. And I've tried to do them in a GM format as close to, so you can load them up with MIDI files and play different beats. And this goes on. There are lots. There are dance specific, hip hops, hard, soft, acoustic. Let's now try a few hi-hats. You can see folder after folder of kicks. Every type you can imagine. And this goes on and on and on. More kits. Just pick them randomly. And so on. Millions of snares. Slight exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Then you've got the super kits. Which are geared towards big type of drum kits. So they can be used more in sort of effects and multimedia projects. And this goes on. But let me touch on the type of things that I really did want to provide that others either forget or they're not really that wary of, that how important these particular samples are. You can see there are lots of toms here. You've got every type: acoustic, electro, sound design, glitch, lifted. Just play a few randomly. can tell I like to create the sounds big, wide, thick and deep. And now we come to the bits that I really enjoy doing. The scratch kits. So I try to provide really useful scratches. So you've got kick scratches, snare scratches, effect scratches and so on. Standard vinyl and crackles. Just load up another one. Try some randomly. And I tried to group them so that you could actually play them as an instrument, one after the other. Now let's get on to the final bit, which I think are the sexiest, and they're the layered sections. You can see there's quite a lot of these. I'll start off with some of the layered kicks. You can hear the layers in there. Try another one, just for fun. Of course, there are 808s and hard house kicks and so on. These are really big. Let's try some of the snares. Lovely. Some more. These are all layered. You can hear the layers so clearly. I tried to make sure that they were as interesting as possible, so they weren't your standard layers that you tend to find in some sample packs. And you've got quite a few of those. And then you've got, believe it or not, layered hi-hats, which I really enjoy because hi-hats can sound a little thin, and particularly if you're into sort of grunge or EDM, that kind of thing, it's nice to get them really filthy. So some of those are really, really crunchy. Let's try another, just a few more. And of course, these are all separate to all the other hi-hat folders which you've got here. Loads of natural and single layers and live ones and so on. Then you've got the claps. Just try a few more. And so on. This just goes on forever. You can see there are so many kits here. Sorry, I'm just spoiling myself here. There are a lot of old school kits, modern electros. There's literally something for everyone here. I'd love you to go to my website, samplecraze.com, read the bits and pieces, watch the demo, and if you like it, hopefully you'll buy it. And if you do, I really, really hope it's useful to you and helps you in all your beat productions. Thanks for your time.